What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another kind of a full face tutorial for you guys. So I'm really happy about doing that today. Today is going to be a tutorial on what's new at the drugstore. So I picked up a few, not a whole lot. I really wish I would have picked up more, but hey, doing what I can here. New COVERGIRL matte liquid lipstick. I picked up the new e.l.f. shimmery powder. Thanks to Tati for making me want to buy this. And then, of course, the new Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. So I have a few other goodies as well. But yeah, so today is just going to be like a drugstore, very affordable, like get ready with me first impression. So anyways, if you want to see the look that I did today, then keep on watching. You can see I am completely bare-faced, and we're just going to dive right into some of these products. Now, I would say at least 5 or 6 of these products are newer that I have not played with them, or recently they have launched in a drugstore or Walmart or wherever I purchased it. I already primed my face, and now I did not use a new primer because I did not see a new primer at the time. There's a few, but I just didn't pick one up. I just used the NYX Hydro Touch primer, which is my favorite primer of all time from the drugstore area. And then now we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation SPF 15. This is it right here. I got the lightest shade, which is light ivory, so I'm hoping this will fit my skin. I'm not exactly sure. And I also hope that the lighting is a lot better today as well, because I have my ring light on. There's a lot more natural lighting coming in right now, which is great, especially because it doesn't make me look so washed out. This one actually contains natural coconut derivatives, which I guess is a great thing, but it is a buildable foundation, so we'll see how much coverage we'll get in this. So it is a cushion. I am not going to use the little sponge they want me to use. I'm going to use my beauty blender just because I feel like that would be better to bounce it on. So I have not used this yet, and we're just going to go right in. That looks pretty much correct. The color looks correct, which is definitely a good thing. It definitely is not a full coverage. It is definitely a buildable coverage. I would say it's probably closer to a medium, like maybe a medium, like a sheer to medium. But it does cover up my face really nice. It did not cover up my redness, which, you know, most foundations that are not full coverage will not do. So we're just going to use a little bit of concealer right there, just kind of blend that out. But yeah, so far the color is actually looking pretty nicely. Now that it is on all the perimeters of my face, it does look pretty nice. It is drying to be a little dark, like it is a little bit too dark for me. I like my foundations to be a little bit lighter, like I said before, because my neck is so pale, so I like to blend them out together. Doesn't look bad so far, but it is definitely a little bit more on the warmer-y side. Like, it's not looking orange, but it's slightly there, if that makes sense. Like, it's slightly on the warmer tone, even though it has a neutral. But so far, it looks pretty good. For concealer today, I'm just going to use something that I've used all the time. I was going to pick up the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but I did not have enough time to pick that up before I did this video, so you know what, I'm sorry about it. Maybe I'll do a first impression with it or something like that, because they just came out with new shades. It's not a new concealer, but they came out with new shades, and I want to try a shade. I'm going to use a Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser Treatment Concealer, or whatever you want to call this. It is one of my go-to drugstore concealers. So let me just put this on really quickly. Now, this is technically not a drugstore product. It is still affordable, though. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 5. I'm going to use it just to kind of highlight a little bit, because my eyes are not looking very highlighted. Now, my face is completely set. I used my Coty Airspun because that is one of my favorite, like, drugstore, more affordable setting powders that I have. And I also bronzed and blushed. I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the Wet n Wild Color Icon Apricot in the middle. These are my favorite drugstore products. This is my favorite bronzer from the drugstore. This is my favorite blush from the drugstore. So those are not first impressions. But now let's get back to doing that. Really quickly, what I'll say is before we get done with the rest of the face, I want to say that the foundation, after setting it, it does look a lot better. It did separate a little bit on my nose and a little bit under, like, the eye area under my concealer, and it did separate a little bit on the forehead, but it is more of a dewier finish. A lot of foundations that are cushioned, for me, they do separate when I do put a powder over top, which is not great. But so far, it looks really good. After setting, after contouring, after blush, it looks pretty damn good. The color looks really nice. It doesn't look yellow or weird on my skin, so I'm happy about that. So far, so good. I mean, I will tell you guys at the very, very end of the video what my real final thoughts are on this, but it's not so bad. So for highlighting today, we're going to go in with e.l.f. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder in the shade Starlight Glow. This was actually at Walmart, and you could definitely pick this up anywhere else that sells e.l.f. I believe soon I think. But anyways, I definitely had to buy this because of Tati, or Glam Life Guru. She really did make me do it. And I swear to God, I think I'm going to do a video on that, like just like Tati made me do it, because there's so many products that I bought because of her recommendations. Like, it's insane. So many products that I have bought because of her. So like, I gotta do a video on it. We're just gonna go in with this highlighter. Bathed my entire existence in this. It's actually really nice. I mean, I thought it was gonna like show up texture. I thought it was gonna be really powdery. I thought it was not gonna have a lot of pigment. Now it is a little bit powdery, honestly, but the pigmentation is actually very nice. It just goes on and glides on. It has a lot of blinding effect, but it's still very soft looking at the same time. Like, it's not like chunky looking, which is good. So, liking that. Now it is time for eyes. That's why I zoomed you guys in. We're going to go in with something new from Wet n Wild, another Wet n Wild product. We're going to go in with the Not a Basic Peach eyeshadow palette. So this is it right here. They completely reformulated and redid a lot of their eyeshadows, like their quads, the trios, whatever they had, they reformulated it. This is this one right here. Now this one is very beautiful, and I think the colors are stunning. I'm definitely going to have to use this color on the lower lash line, but anyways, we're just gonna go in with this one right here. Is the transition shade, so I'm just gonna use that like all over the lid, and I'm also going to use this transition shade for my crease, so we'll try those. So I realized I didn't do my brows before I did my eyes. Whatever, I'll do it in a little bit. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, just kind of smoke it out. Trying to decide on what lid color I'm going to do. I've recently been doing lid color before brow bone highlight and etc. So just keep going with it. So I think I'm going to use this new glitter that I got from Wet n Wild. It's a little bit more on the creamier side, so I think it's just like a cream shadow. This is in the shade Nude Comer. So, or Nude Comer, I mean. So that's this one right here. I did swatch it and play with it a little bit. I think I'm going to do that and maybe mix one of the shades from here like as a topper of it, because I know that I just do not like the creamy, you know, like kind of like damp feel on my eyes. You know what I mean? Whoa, that definitely became a really nice creamy base to this shadow. The color is now like piercing, like oh my god, that's gorgeous, I love that. So anyways, I'm going to go in with these two shades right here for my lower lash line. Corner and brow bone highlight, I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. highlighter because there's not one shade in here that I really want to use for my brow bone or inner corner highlight. And usually I do this off camera, but I'm going to do this on camera because it is a new product and it's part of the, you know, new drugstore products. This is the COVERGIRL Peacock Flare Mascara. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to think of this. The wand is very, very odd, if you can see that. So, I will try it on camera on one eye and see what I think. See that? It definitely gave me a lot more volume, or mostly length, than I thought it would. So it's not terrible. What I can see, if you can see it too, definitely gave me a good amount of length. Just the brush itself kind of hurts. I'm not a big fan of brushes like that on a mascara. Like, I'm not really a big fan of that. I decided no on the falsies just because I really wanted to try to give this mascara its moment. The brush is not my favorite, but it did do a lot more volume than I thought it would. And I also just did my brows. I used my favorite drugstore brow product right now, or favorite brow product right now, period, and that is the Rimmel Brow This Way Argan Oil Gel. I don't know what it is about that thing, I love it. I love a lazy brow, okay? I love being lazy when it comes to my brows, because I mostly don't even do that much to my brows to begin with, because my brows are so naturally bushy, so whatever. Anyways, another product from CoverGirl that we're trying today is the Melted Pot Matte, and this is in the shade All Nighter. This is like a really nice, like, I would say berry pinky red, but anyways, I'm going to give this a true test. Really quickly, let me just say, don't you just hate it when you buy a liquid lipstick, matte or not, and it just doesn't look the same as it does in the tube or when you swatch it? That's exactly how I feel right now. Like, this looks really, really berry. I tell it on camera, but I would have to say, just looking at it in the viewfinder or anything like that, it looks like the color that I swatched, but right here in real life, it looks really berry. It looks like a really, really berry shade. Like, I thought it was going to be more like a red color. It's the end of my little drugstore, new at the drugstore type of video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.